What up, YouTube? Team 12 here. It's your boy Gobb Usopp. With me, I got a little bit of Nimbus action. We're here to talk about, review episode 27 of Attack on Titan manga. Also, episode 2 of season 2. The wonderfully titled I'm Home. This episode was just like epicness at all points. Starts off with the 104th all mobilizing to go attack those Titans. And it was cool. I liked it. But I gotta say, some of it was a little bit over the top. Like, there were just moments like when Armin looks back at the wall as they're going out. It just kind of looks like a L'Oreal commercial. Like, it was honestly just a little much. Again, cool, epic, liked it. Might have been a little much. What do you think, Nimbus?
Yeah, they were definitely trying to make everything epic in this episode, and sometimes turning back and letting the hair flow is a little much.
Yeah, absolutely. But they get past that pretty quickly, and then this was an episode just chock full of one of my favorite characters in this whole series. Potato Girl.
Potato Girl, Sasha.
When she starts eating, there's very few things in this anime that are as funny as Sasha going after the food.
I completely agree with that one. It's a great touch on the series. It's one of the silly points that you follow, and it's actually nice.
Yeah, but wasn't silly for all that long, because Sasha goes into her hometown and realizes pretty quick that things are not good. And she sees that Titan that's eating that woman, and her first thought is pretty cool. She's like, I'm going to take a gigantic axe and go after it.
Yeah.
Now, how did that work out for her, Nimbus?
Yeah, I really thought she'd be able to kill it, but I guess she wasn't able to. She was hitting it right on the spot where any one of us would try and attack a Titan. Yeah. The weak spot.
Yeah.
But couldn't do it. She had to apologize, and she left with the kid.
With that little girl that was dead in the eyes. That's the best way to describe it. She was just dead in the eyes.
Yeah, that's classic dead in the eyes anime stare. We've seen that in many different series. Sasuke, Erin Yeager from this series, actually. We see it all the time.
Nimbus, I've seen that look in your eyes more times than I can count.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So, tries to save the girl, runs away. Doesn't really have much that she can deal with the Titan with. So she picks up some arrows, and she tries to run away with the girl. Realizes that's not going to go well. So what's her response?
She went Breath of the Wild on this thing.
Yeah, she was like, I am going to start some shit.
She started her range attack, screaming, badass. Then, first arrow doesn't go that well. What does she do next?
She keeps on trying, and she finally gets one of the eyes poked out. But then she has one arrow left, and she does one of the most impressively cool and brave moves I think I've seen in this entire show. And that's saying something, because there have been some really, really brave moves. But she just decides, screw it. I'm taking this arrow, and I'm going to shove it in his eye. Oh, so cool.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't have gone for the eye, but...
but what else could she have done?
I would have jumped around, hit it in the back, and I would have just sprinted it. I would have tried to just run, to be honest.
Well, I guess is it a matter of how much it was pierced, or I think it would have to be a more serious blow to the back. I don't think an arrow could kill a Titan.
Yeah, I don't think it can.
But she does it. Looks like she's about to get captured, and then she does just such a fantastic move, the Sasha out move.
And we had seen this previously in the same episode, haven't we?
Yeah. We saw it one other time when she was stealing all of that food from from her dad, which was, I mean, pretty terrible. But at the same time, the look on her face is one of just like, no one's going to stop her from doing what she's doing.
Yeah, when she's determined, she can get it done. Yeah, but that just shows that her whole exchange with throwing the bow, stabbing him in the eye with the arrow was all calculated. Mm-hmm. She had this move ready to go. She knew what to do. That's what the humans have on their side, is they can outsmart these titans. The mindless ones, for at least the mindless ones.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the Beast Titan is going to be a little bit harder to deal with, and all of the variants are a little harder. But on the normal Titans, again, the Sasha out move was pretty impressive. And then, she saves the girl, and she gets away from the Titan. The Titan's blinded, so she tries to go and find the girl. And who does she find? Her dad. Her dad and the whole village, who had actually come back to save the girl. Because the girl was talking the whole time about how everyone in the village left her, no one cared, and that's why she was so dead inside. And I loved the moment where you could finally see the tears rolling down the girl's face when she realized that they didn't abandon them. They just tried to get the resources necessary to save the mom. But at that point, it was a little late. Yeah,
the whole time thing did not work in their favor.
No, it did not. It's not particularly a happy ending for the Sasha crew, but, at least the girl ends up okay, Sasha's out okay, reunites with her dad. It's a generally happy thing. Sort of.
Oh, yeah, this is actually a positive ending for Attack on Titan episode.
But that wasn't the ending.
Ending to this story in the episode. Is this a good time to move on to the Connie story?
Yeah, I think that this is a great time to move on to the Connie story. So Connie kind of does the same thing as Sasha / Potato Girl. He goes back and he checks out his village. And, you can tell by the look in his eyes in that image, it didn't go so well.
Yeah, that's despair.
Yeah, that's despair.
That's those eyes we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. But as you see these eyes, he comes home to such a disgusting and terrible situation, and he sees all these abnormal Titans, but yet he sees something that's very familiar to him.
Mm-hmm. So he goes and searches throughout the whole village, can't find anyone, just sees that there's Titans rampaging all throughout. And he sees one Titan. And when he makes eye contact with this Titan over here, there was one song that was kind of playing in my head that whole time. A little Peter Gabriel. In your eyes, the light, the heat, your eyes, I am complete. Your eyes, see the door, your eyes, 1,000 churches, your eyes. Now that's a cheap joke. I will admit, cheap joke. But that's all I could think about that whole time while it kept on showing their eyes back and forth.
Yeah, I don't want to have any spoilers here, but I know what I'd be thinking in this moment.
I mean, it was, as you can see between that and that, there's a similarity between those eyes.
Yeah, and for example, they pointed out the arms and legs on this Titan, and that Titan's not walking anymore, so what happened to it?
How did it get there? And one of my friends who was watching it with me was asking, what were those things that were poking out of her midsection? Those were her ribs. Clearly the whole, however this Titan was made, was not well. There are a lot of problems with it. I can't believe the Titan's still alive.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a very bizarre image, and it's going to be interesting to see how the team kind of dissects this one and can learn from this.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of answers looking at this.
But even more questions.
Yes, many more.
I mean, and this was classic Attack on Titan. He gives you a little bit of good, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, whatever. And it's like BoJack Horseman. It always ends on the bad. It always is just like the end of the episode's a little depressing. You're like, ooh, this isn't good.
Yeah, and especially when you see something good happen in the episode, you're kind of thinking in the back of your mind, like, all right, so if something good happened, that means the bad part of the episode is going to be really bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So how are you feeling about this whole thing? Now, again, we are current with the manga, so we're not going to try to make any predictions or anything like that because we already know what's going to happen. But how are you feeling about this, Nimbus?
Oh, I'm loving the anime, of course. You know, we've waited over 2 years to get this, and I think they're making really nice touches on a very beautiful manga series. For example, the scene right here with the eyes, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell that so much in the manga. But,
yeah,
you know,
without the color.
Right, they were able to really kind of make some more connections, and obviously the visuals of the Titans running make them so much creepier, and the music too.
Mm-hmm. And the beautiful shots of Armin, you know, just kind of being himself and really showing off what he's got.
Yeah, he's in for a great season. But I as a manga reader, I'm always thinking, where's the season going to end? What's going to be the climax of the season? And I'm really not sure yet. I believe this season 2 is supposed to be 12 episodes.
That's my understanding.
So I think we got about 10 more.
Yeah. Well, it kind of looks like you're breaking out a little bit. So Nimbus, so I think that this is going to be a good time to end the episode. And so if you liked what we did, please subscribe below. Click the like button. If you have any comments, any questions, we did something good, we did something bad, let us know. We're always appreciate any feedback that we can get. So with that, I think all that's left to say is little Team 12 out.